Attention please, attention please. The Procrastination Boulevard bus will be running late today. The Isolation Avenue bus will not be making its regularly scheduled stop at Piss and Moan Circle due to construction, but will instead detour past the Self-Medication and Despair Exchange. Today's drop-off point will be at the corner of Mindfulness and Medication. We apologize for any inconvenience that this might cause. Thank you.
Hey, how's the new medication working?
It took about 3 weeks for it to finally kick in, but it's working good now. I'm moving to a mental health center now.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure.
How did you know that you had depression?
Well, my wife noticed that it wasn't just normal depression. I felt worthless. When I started thought I wanted to die and I'd kill myself, she encouraged me to go to the hospital.
Man, you must have been at the end of your rope.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't have to go through all that.
What do you mean?
There are some warning signs. If I'd known them, maybe you got the help before things got so bad.
What are the warning signs?
Well, I felt a lot of emotions I didn't understand. I started feeling anxious for no reason, and I felt empty and afraid all the time.
Hey, I feel that way sometimes. Nutburgers, just suck it up and get over it.
Another warning sign is losing interest in things you used to enjoy, like eating, or football, or even sex.
Oh boy.
You start acting opposite of the way you used to do. You might eat all the time or not eat at all. Sleep all the time or not sleep at all. Sometimes you might feel guilty over little things. Or you might feel like crying all day and not understand why. You just feel hopeless.
Yep, that's me.
You have to have all of these warning signs?
No, you only need some of them. Looks like this must stop. Hey, it's been good talking to you.
Porno, do not give up on knowledge.
Have a nice day.
Hey, wait, I think I need to get off here too.
Freaks!
Hey, you're a new bus driver, aren't you?
Yeah, I just started.
I've seen you around here before, haven't I?
Yeah, I used to work at the mental health center.
Not anymore?
Nope, the funding was cut, so they had to let people go.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thanks.
Hey, can we listen to the radio for a while?
Sure.
The police chief responded by saying, "It's uglier than a large bucket full of armpits." More on the story as it develops. Elsewhere in the news, more budget cuts throughout the state for mental health services, veterans, victims of domestic abuse, the physically disabled, the elderly, children, and puppies. Additional funds were approved, however, for the State Congressional Legal Defense Fund. Unfortunately, no one could be reached for comment due to the months-long autumnal harvest recess. And now, a word from our sponsor. Today's news was brought to you by Bob, the mental health mechanic. If you got more than 10,000 days on your chart, then you're overdue for one of Bob's 9-point diagnostic checkups.
Hi, I'm Bob, and for only $39.95, I'll check you for emotional leaks. I'll drain your crankcase. I'll recalibrate your self-esteem. I'll stop you from stalling, tighten your indecision, adjust your interpersonal effectiveness. Why, I'll oil your ego and grease your id and check your temper pressure. You don't want to have a blowout.
I kept running down on the street, but since I saw Bob, I've been running smooth. And now, here at WDSM, your station for mental health, it's time for one of our most popular segments, Getting to Know You. Today, our guest is local musician Steve.
We all have secrets. I do, you do, we all do. And when the time is right, and it's healthy, we share our secrets. Excuse me. I guess you could say that I'm kind of fat. I don't do sports or things like that. None of the cliques will let me in. I guess to have friends you got to be thin. I've got a secret nobody knows. I have to keep it, it's one of those. I pray that someone maybe just might cut through the darkness and turn on the light. Now my mom's boyfriend's a pretty nice guy, that is except when he's drunk and high. When it gets real bad, Mom calls the cops, but he always comes back and it never stops. I've got a secret nobody knows. I have to keep it, it's one of those. I pray that someone maybe just might cut through the darkness and turn on the light. Now I'm always down, so I look at the floor. I do it all the time, I don't know what for. Nothing seems fine and nothing seems fair. The game is rigged, so why bother to care? I've got a secret nobody knows. I have to keep it, it's one of those. Pray that someone maybe just might cut through the darkness and turn on the light. I've got a secret, shh. I've got a secret, shh. I've got a secret, shh.
Must be tough to be a cop. I thought it was just about catching crooks, writing tickets, eating donuts. They gotta be shrinks too.
Yeah, it's not easy. The jail is the front door of the mental health system. It's where they get most of their referrals. We call it the casualty-based system. Usually something bad has to happen before you can get the help you need.
What are they doing in jail? Don't they see a doctor or get any of the help they need?
With the system we've got, 20 to 30% of people in jail have a major mental illness. LA and Cook Counties jail is the largest mental health institution in the country.
Now that's crazy. Isn't there any other way to help those people?
Matter of fact, we have the mental health court.
You mean my tax money is being spent on a crazy court?
The mental health court actually saves you money by getting the people the help they need, get their lives back on track, and it reduces recidivism.
Recity what?
Recidivism, the revolving door in and out of jail. The mental health court here in Rockford has been very successful in reducing recidivism for people with mental illness.
Well, let's make sure they get cookies and milk at bedtime, too. Hmm? Ah, ha, 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 ha.
Hey, there's my old high school.
Yeah, I used to visit there a lot.
I thought you worked in mental health.
I did. Kids get mental illnesses too. Like, they deal with anxiety, ADHD, depression, bipolar disorder, just like adults.
Kids don't get mental illness. ADHD is just for a way for the doctors to push their pills. Just cut back on the sugar, and the little rug chewers will be just peachy. Suck it up.
So, kids can have mental illness too?
Sure they can. It's all about early identification, you know. Learning to live with a mental illness early can really turn lives around. We are now working on prevention of mental illness.
Huh. What do you know? Hey, can we listen to a little more radio?
Sure.
And now it's time for Cooking with Katie. What do you have for us today, Katie?
Well, Anne, today I'm going to tell you how to make borderline brownies.
Sounds yummy.
This recipe is bittersweet. It's a complicated dish and may take many years to make well. First, you open up a can of your past. You put it in a bowl and whip it to a froth. You take 1 cup of reality and 1 can of relapse and add half a cup of mixed emotions. Cream it all together and add impulsivity, then sprinkle with confusion. Instead of being mindful, you bake at low self-esteem until the anxiety rises.
That's good eating. Thank you, Katie.
Got the blues? Feeling down? No energy? No appetite? Feeling helpless? Hopeless? It's time to see a mental health professional. Contact your local mental health center for the best treatment by a compassionate, talented staff. Call 1-800-WE-CARE-FOR-YOU.
Some restrictions may apply. You must have a serious mental illness. You must have 2 or more functional impairments. You will have to wait 3 or 4 months to see a psychiatrist. People without Medicaid, Medicare, or private insurance need not apply. Your medical record will be audited by numerous governmental bodies. Act today because you may be put on a long waiting list.
And we turn to our station troubadour once again for our afternoon contemplation. Music to be mindful by. Break up your day and let your worries melt away. Steve?
Corner of delusion and paranoia. Great tea cozies, lassie. Sit down and rest your wee goggles.
I represent the Lollipop Guild.
All French fries belong to me.
And the forecast for today. Better eat your umbrellas, 'cause it'll be feigning cats and hogs throughout most of the afternoon. Although this evening should be only partly crowded. Look for better weather tomorrow as funny skies predominate, followed by the gradual blaring as we head into the bleak end. Anticipation is normal for this time of year, with 7 flinches reported at the Greater Rockford Airport. And now, this breaking news from God. America's bus riders beware. Satan has attacked your transportation system. He has spread his evil dust among you. Do not breathe this evil dust, lest you imperil your souls. God out.
This bus is dusty. Hey driver, this bus is full of dust. I can't ride such a dusty bus. Everybody, don't breathe in this dust. This bus is a bust. This is the dustiest bus I've ever seen. Let me off. Let me off.
Corner of intervention and recovery.
This bus doesn't seem that dusty to me.
I think she might be sniffing some dust.
I think she might have been having delusions.
Delusions.
Yeah, some people get things stuck in their mind and they can't get it out of their head. They see and hear things that aren't there, like thinking there's dust everywhere. Those things are called hallucinations. This is a real mental illness and a serious disease.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I hope they get some medical attention.
With the right medication and support, the dust will clear up.
I hope she gets on the right route soon.
Are you nervous? Stressed out? Prone to panic? Are you confused easily? Do you have low self-esteem? Then you need Dr. Brother Jim's bag of mental health miracle cures. Developed scientifically by Dr. Brother Jim himself through trial and error over a 20-year period, these cures can change your life. For only $19.95 plus $17.50 for shipping, you'll receive the following board-approved and fully tested miracle cures. You'll receive the anti-stress hat, the fish oil distribution cap, your reverse shock treatment kit, the legendary thought descrambler, the Be Bigger scope, For your bag of Dr. Brother Jim's Mental Health Miracle Cures, send a check or money order for only $19.95 or order by credit card right now and get this handy carrying case absolutely free for only $17.50 plus shipping. So call 1-800-555-GET-WELL. That's 1-800-555-GET-WELL.
That guy's funny. I like him.
Yeah, pretty silly, but he's right about one thing. Everyone should have a mental health toolkit. It's not just doctors and medication. There's no magic pill. We all need to find those things that work to keep us well.
You mean, like I feel better when I eat right and exercise?
Yep,
I always feel better when I spend time with my dog.
that works.
I paint and spend time with my friends.
That's good too.
Oh, for crying out loud, get a job.
As a matter of fact, you're right.
What?
Having a job as a sense of purpose is very important.
Well, yeah.
But it's pretty hard to find a job right now. The only does Illinois have the highest unemployment rate. Unemployment among the mentally ill is even higher. Recovery rates from mental illness are much higher for those who are employed. And since 1 out of every 5 of us will experience some kind of a mental illness in their lifetime, it's pretty important to find the tools that work to keep you healthy. Corner of hope and resilience.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
I know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye now.
Man, wow. You have a great day.
You too. Sometimes you have to go a very long way out of your way to come back a short distance correctly. For all of us, life is a journey in recovery. We all travel from insecurities of childhood, cruelty of adolescence, and sobering responsibilities of adulthood, and even the infirmity of old age. For all of us, the beginning and the ending of our journey is the same. The life walk between, however, is unique to each one of us. Travel safe.